Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back. We have the Boss ME-90. This thing has only been out for a few months and there's already a boatload of videos on YouTube. And well, there'll be a bunch of videos on it from me too. But today, we're going to do the unboxing and we're going to see what we get. Now, I have had the ME-80 a few times actually. And I never completely took to it. I think probably part of that responsibility is because, well, I kind of had a GT1000 and that became an overkill thing, but come to think of it, honestly, is it really overkill? I mean, sure, it's, like 15, 1600 bucks Canadian, but is it really that overkill? But I'm thinking kind of nowadays, not so much. But you know what? I don't need that much effects, but I did enjoy the fact that I could do my pedal loader any way I wanted. And I kind of do really like the GT1 a lot because it can do an awful lot for such a much smaller package. And looks like we get a manual too. And so anyway, this is 500 bucks Canadian, a lot of money. But then again, so was the GT80. All right, or sorry, the ME-80. But this one has got a lot of improvements to it from what I've been seeing on videos. And of course, in real life, I have not had the experience of even testing one of these out until now. And how do we get into this thing? Is nicely sealed. Oh, you just unfold everything like a big huge envelope. Cool. So I decided to rent this puppy before diving into it. Very nice metallic black. Ooh. They even made this stuff more contoured and pretty. Nice, pretty new knobs. And we do have the flagship preamps in this thing from the GT1000. So apparently that's a little bit of an improvement too for you. And we got a grand total of, I believe, 11. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Yeah, we got 11. One of which is called Natural. Now, in looking at the preamps that we have here before us, we've got Natural, X Crunch, XI Gain, Maximum, Juggernaut, X Modded, Twin Combo, Tweed Combo, Diamond, Brit Stack, and Recti. I don't know. Anyway, rectifier, I guess. They didn't have enough room. But either way, I do see one change right now that actually does flag me. That is no acoustic preamp to plug in an acoustic guitar. However, we still got to go through the software, which I haven't even bothered to download and install because, well, we had to get to this stage. I've had this thing here in the studio for over a week now, and I finally got around to getting some time on my hands, and it is Christmas Day today of all days, and there's nothing wrong with that. Hey, I never stop working. Now, here's the problem. Two things otherwise is you're not going to get a power supply with this, but it uses any 9-volt Boss power supply. Not a big deal. Even third-party supplies, as long as it's 9-volt, it's DC power, and you've got at least 500 milliamps, you're pretty much golden. I have what they call, I think it's an iSpot with about 2 amps worth of juice. It'll run this thing and a chrome load of extra pedals and effects. They also upgraded this. Ooh, much nicer pedal. Okay, now we're only going to go through a couple of things because I want to keep the video short for you guys. And we're going to just do a bunch of short videos on the effects as we go. But since they decided that, in their almighty wisdom, as per usual, we don't get a power supply. I'm not digging one out. I'm using the batteries that came with it. So, there you go. And they are alkalines. And so we need to flip this sucker upside down. And there's our underside. Now, the top side is all steel construction with a little bit of plastic. The bottom of the casing and the sides are pretty heavy gauge plastic. But if you know Boss stuff, this stuff is built like tanks. You know, so chances of you harming this thing, unless you're being a real moron with it, the chances are you're not going to hurt this thing. Anyhow, so let's plug some batteries in here and light up the magical Christmas tree and see what happens, because, you know, we do have to hook this into the sound system after all and get her crunching. And that's it for our batteries. Now on this side, of course, let me just flip it around so you don't go upside down. We have input, we have left and right, one of which is mono out, or you can go stereo. You go to a guitar amp or line. We're going to use line because we're going to go direct to the computer with no amp. I'll explain that. Headphone jack. Well, they made that kind of small now. Send and returns. Bluetooth module capability. It doesn't come with the Bluetooth apparently. You do have to buy that extra and install it. USB-C. Wow, they're complying ahead of the 2025 mandate. Awesome boss. All right, and of course we have our DC in here, which is the Boss PSA5, I guess it is, or PASS, whatever. Anyway, Boss power adapter only. Don't believe that. You can use the adapters as I mentioned before. And of course we have the AIRD stuff in here too. And yeah, like I said, we're going to go through a bunch of this junk. But I love that top finish. Now that was a big improvement too. Love the paint job. So now we got to wire this puppy in. And that's where things get pretty simple. And I'm just going to unplug my regular wireless. And we're going to scoot this back into the mono out. That's into my DI. And we'll turn on that channel. And of course I need to grab a guitar, obviously. And I better tune it first too, because otherwise that could be an issue. Now I do have another wireless system that is quite portable, which we're going to use. And that is my little Samson UHF system that I've been using a lot lately. And that is going to go to our input over here. And it runs off batteries. How about that? Okay. Now, the reason why I'm going direct in and not into my amp, well, these are preamps that we're going to go through first. And there's no sense putting a preamp into a preamp, if you get my drift. We want to hear what these preamps actually really sound like. So that's what we need to do. Now I need to get my headphones on for monitoring. And let's make sure we got sound. Oh, that just freaked me out. Okay. Turn that off. Okay. One of these should be... okay, we need manual mode. There we go, I think. Okay, there's the preamp. Okay, we're going to have to get this channel dialed in properly here. So, let me tune this up for you guys. Now, I gotta be honest, for 500 bucks, even if I end up taking this back and saying no, it would only be because it doesn't serve my purpose. But we'll see how things hang out with this thing. Because even though we don't have an acoustic preamp anymore, that doesn't mean we can't use an acoustic guitar with it. So this is the natural amp, as they call it. Is that still out? Yeah, that's out. Let me do a double check here. I have not touched my telly in a while. I think several videos ago I actually did. But I haven't touched it ever since. That should be okay. Alrighty. That's on the bridge pickup. That's pretty good. And where are we sitting at? Bass, mid, treble. All right, let's check out our next preamp here. It changes colors, which is kind of neat too. Too bad. X gain. Okay. Next. Oh, if I can only play AC/DC and get away with it on YouTube. So far, I'm liking pretty much what I've been hearing so far. This is nice. Not so great for the blues on that, though. Not too shabby. Now remember, I've got all the EQing just set in the middle, right? Oh, not too shabby. Not too shabby. next. Okay, I like it. It's clean. All right. I gotta admit, this is so clean. It's incredible. It's wild, man. Yeah, it's been a while since I played any of that sort of stuff on guitar. Me fingers are rusty. We do better on the next videos, Drew. Don't worry. I gotta spend some time with this thing. Now let's just slam over to the neck pickup and just go the other direction. That's kind of mean. There's bridge. Neck. That's a little darker. That's pretty cool. All right, going backwards again. Okay. You know, I know some of you guys are going to be like, why can't you just play real songs? Because YouTube will sue my butt, that's why. Okay? Well, so would the artist too. And I don't write music that's heavy metal generally, or hard rock. So, yeah, I don't think you want to get bored on that stuff. So we'll just bang out some chords as we usually do, demoing gear. Now this is an Affinity Telecaster, the newest model with the belly cut and all that jazz. Yeah, I'm loving this thing. So clean, so quiet. reference point for bridge. It's muddy, but you know what? If that's the sound you're going after, give her, man. Like, seriously. And back to natural. Yeah. Now, what's the EQ like? Full mid. I think that's mid. Yep. Wow, lots of mid there. Treble. Let's go back to the bridge. Bass. We must have bass. We need more bass. Neck pickup. Who the heck needs a bass guitar? You can just do that. Okay, that's our preamps. You guys are going to have to stay tuned for more videos on this thing because, darn, we're at 22 minutes already. Unexpected amount of time. So yeah, we're kind of out of here for now. I'm kind of somewhat digging this thing so far. More time will tell, of course. Still got to go through the other effects. Still got to plug in the software, download it. See what they give us for this, different from the ME-80. But so far the only downside I see is just on the main preamp section. Yeah, we got a natural amp, which is fantastic, but we got no more acoustic preamp. That kind of bugs me a lot because I wanted to use this also with an acoustic guitar for having like the chorus, the delay, and a few other effects that are very suitable for acoustics. Because I don't want to buy separate pedals. If that's the case, I'll just spend $500 on pedals that will work fine on the acoustic. But then, of course, I won't have anything for the electric side. So, and I'm not going to spend over $1,000. So at that point, I might as well, if I'm going to spend $1,000, I might as well spend $1,600 and say the heck with this and get a GT1000 again that does everything, including the acoustic side of the house for an acoustic guitar. Anyways, and I ain't going there because I really don't want to get into that board again unless I really need to. That's the thing. And right now I'm not seeing that need. If I concentrate things right, then I could use this board with just the electric for my main purposes at church and of course definitely at home. Everything in here is fine. And then maybe just, but we don't know. We still got to go through the software. So that's it for now. We'll see if the software has an acoustic preamp capability for changing the preamp section over or something. We'll have to figure it out. But like I said, got to look at the software yet. So thank you so far for watching and putting up with this craziness. And we'll definitely see you guys in the next video for sure, as you know that already. Until then, see ya.